The Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta has came and went. The early access is finally over. It should be over in the middle of tonight, later tonight. We've let it settle. We've let it stew. We've pondered it, and I think it's finally time to give a good estimation of it. And see where it stacks up to other betas in the past. So let's not beat around the bush here. I mean, the question you want answered is this game good? Is this game fun? Did I have fun playing it? Did my friends have fun playing it? And the short answer is yeah. We had a blast. I was playing with a 5-stack of my friends, and we. So this group I was playing with had a pretty wide range of skill. So there was a pretty big gap between all 5 of us. So we got into some pretty just casual lobbies, and honestly, it was a blast. We didn't have any sweats. Like all of us were just chilling and kind of fragging out. Like it was good fun. But I did play a little bit more on like Monday, Tuesday, and yeah, and it was sweaty. I was playing just by myself. Man, it was sweaty. But I think the core game itself is fun. So that definitely brings it a long way. So I figured we could probably break this down a little more analytically than I would in a normal video. Usually it's just me playing fucking COD. But I mean, we're gonna go over some of the pros and cons of this beta and the little snapshot we've seen of this game so far. Starting off, the gunsmith is pretty awesome, and I don't use that word lightly. Gunsmiths in the past have been super convoluted. I loved Cold War, but Cold War you could throw on 8 attachments. Vanguard you could throw on like 10. It just gets it's too much sometimes. Sometimes too many attachments kind of defeats the purpose of the randomness of the uniqueness of a lot of setups, because if you can have everything on the gun. All right, I just have to cut in here for just a sec. This future game, I lost the plot. What I'm trying to say is that if you can have 8 attachments on every gun, then every gun can be for long range. You're gonna have a recoil attachment, a speed attachment, a sight. Everything's gonna be the same. So you're just gonna have a generic bland cookie cutter experience, just like Vanguard. But circling back, from what I can see, all of the attachments only have positive attributes to them. There's no super heavy penalties. There's no aiming idle sway penalties like MW2 had. It all seems pretty straightforward, which I appreciate. And another thing, like you're seeing in this clip here, the optics are nice and fast and nice and crisp. So I would imagine you'd see a lot more 2 times, 3 times, 4 times scopes on ARs instead of just this dogmatic 1 times with a long barrel and a grip on it. And that's every gun, SMG, shotgun, like no matter what. So I'd imagine we'd see a lot of variety in attachments. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Another thing that's a big plus about this year's Call of Duty so far is the TTK. Apart from what you're seeing here, that Jackal PDW, the TTK seems nice and long. There's a lot of room for playing in gunfights. It's not just going to be who can get their gun up first, which is going to be immensely helpful for the competitiveness of it, and even just the casualness, the casualty. No, anyway, casuals are going to have a fun time playing this, because there's wiggle room in gunfights. It's not all just see him and die or see him and kill. It's, sometimes you get out of your fights. But while we're talking about weapons and TTK here, the one big thing that, you gotta point out is that SMG is broken. It's way too good. I mean, you will see in the kill feed, it allows like 6 or 7 kills at a time in the feed. And at any given point, you look down at it, 5 out of those 7s are going to be the PDWs. And that's not just people going on tears. That's just like everyone in the game using the gun. But aside from that, the other big standout gun, like it or not, is that LMG. The thing is disgusting. But that gun has pretty low recoil. It packs a pretty heavy punch, and God, you can just keep on shooting. So that one also might need to be nerfed. The AR-15 that they got in the game, the M4, it's good. The AK-74 feels amazing. It's not too jumpy like they had in the past. It feels really good. Perks are back. It's not exactly the classic system, but it's definitely closer to that 3 perk slot system that you'd have back in the day. So you have like blue, red, and green perks. And each one of those, if you have 3 of the red perks equipped, you get a specialty perk. So the red perk is Bruiser. You do a little bit more melee damage, and you start regenerating health right after kills, which is super nice. The one I thought I would like, but I ended up hating a lot, was for the Recon perk set. You end up getting a little mini wall hack thing right when you spawn. At least for me, super obstructive. I hated, like, I was always just peeking through walls and then dying off rip. But you know, other people might like that. And the last thing for pros, I mean, the maps, they are competitive. I like them, but none of them really stand out. The map with the pool, Paradise, that might be it. That I do enjoy that map quite a lot. It's got some good flow. Derelict is good. The satellite map, that one's definitely gonna need some work. That one's gonna need some spawn manipulation at the beginning of the game, especially for search and destroy. I mean, I can already tell that all search and destroy is gonna be is somebody camping up on that array, and you know the rest of us fucking dying. But the new strip mall map, that one is definitely probably the best. That one is super fun. It's nice to see a Call of Duty map in America, oddly enough. All right, so I've been glazing this game pretty hard. There is no doubt in my mind that there's problems with this game. Snipers, super powerful. Those are going to be super tough to counter. We're going to need more flinch, probably lower limb damage. But man, I crashed out so many times, especially on PC. Granted, I did just build it, so I'm working out the kinks, and I don't know how to use this shit. But it crashed, and it crashed so much. It crashed more than Baldur's Gate did, for some reason. So the optimization is going to need to be ironed out. But everything, like, the game runs fine. Before I hopped on the first time, some people were saying that like the game felt cheap. I don't think the game feels cheap. I mean, it's Call of Duty. They spent millions of dollars on this thing, 4 years, 4,000 devs. But it's definitely not as polished as like a Modern Warfare or even Cold War. Cold War felt like a completely different game. I mean, that was on the Treyarch engine. But aside from that, the Jackal, a broken record. That's me. But the Jackal is way too damn good. That is gonna piss everyone off if it launches, and that gun is super good. And then aside from that, I was playing Monday just myself, like 1 a.m. Oh, no, not 1 a.m. Like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Playing by yourself is sweaty. Sweaty. Definitely threw me off guard, because I just hadn't seen that over the weekend. I was playing with my friends all the time. But yeah, I would imagine that solo queuing is going to be painful. Sorry, Marksman. That's going to suck, buddy. So after that, I really can't think of any glaring issues. Like matchmaking, you want them to tone it down, but it's probably going to be there. But other than that, like, the game is fun. The movement, it's kind of sick. Like, there are 2 types of players. There are players that are super hesitant about using Omni movement, and then there are people who just like fucking fly, like this guy. No, kind of not like this guy. But I've seen 360 dolphin dives off this little veranda here, and I mean, they might not hit shots, but shit, they look like they had fun doing it. So yeah, I think if you succumb to just kind of the wackiness that is this movement, you'll enjoy it. Like you'll find yourself like flinging yourself backwards, just randomly retreating when you don't even realize it. All right, but to wrap it up, I have come up with 5 major implementations of this game that change major things from the last games. So number 1. And we're gonna go through these, and we're just gonna do a yay or nay, a little yes or no, to see if these ideas were fully realized and if they actually worked out. So number 1, we have the Omni movement. I think the Omni movement is a welcome change. I think at least from what I've seen, it's been promoting people to really just fly around the map and see what they can do. So I think, yes, it is a success. I haven't had my camera get broken too many times. I did play on PC. It was my first time playing on mouse and keys, so I did get shit on a few times. But I'm not counting that as a broken camera, because that's just me being bad. But on controller, I never got my camera broken. And the new aim assist, it is still strong, and definitely after playing with the mouse and key, it needs to be strong, or at least stronger than normal. But it's really not over the top. They completely cut out aim assists in close quarters fights, so you won't get any rotational aim assists. So quick snaps in close quarters shouldn't be too lopsided either way. And then the aiming idle sway is virtually gone. So if you can aim and if you can shoot straight, you'll actually shoot straight, which I love. And then another thing, I was worried that having a Treyarch game on this Infinity Ward engine would make it feel super tacky. But they've done a good job. It still feels like Treyarch. It feels flowy and
outplayed.
I wouldn't say natural. It feels very arcadey, which in a game where I want to come on, spend like 30 minutes to an hour playing a night and just have fun, I want it to feel like a fucking arcade. Like, I don't want to be sitting in a corner just getting shit on all night. So, yes, I do think it works on the Treyarch engine. And then they also implemented a new form of takedowns. They implemented Hostage Taker. You can run up behind an enemy, and just like you were to execute them in previous games, you can grab them by the neck, put a gun over their shoulder, and you can, for one, talk to them in game chat, which is sick as fuck. And then you can, like, move them around and shoot over their shoulder and kill their friends, all while they have to watch. That is awesome. I didn't get a chance to do it to anybody, but I had like 3 or 4 people do it to me, and it was so funny. It was so funny. And you can be saved from it. You can like shoot him over. It was cool. It was cool. My little Treyarch glazing brain is going off right now. And then one more thing, I did watch Call of Shame video. Dude, I gotta stop, but I can't. They're addictive. He makes good content. Apparently, like, people are already hacking in the beta. Luckily, I wasn't playing in any I wasn't playing in any pro tournaments. I mean, let's be real. I was playing some pretty casual lobbies here, at least in this gameplay you're seeing. But I didn't see any cheaters. I didn't feel anything weird. But people have been getting shadow banned. Like, even Shotzzy got shadow banned. Like, some of the pros are getting banned off this game. So maybe they need to lighten it up in all actuality. But yes, in summary, the Omni movement, I think, is a success. Treyarch does feel good on the Modern Warfare engines. Hostage Taker is pretty fun. There probably will be hacking, let's be real. And then aim assist, yeah, it's still super strong, but it probably needs to be if it's going to be crossplay. But in summary, I had fun this beta. And I'm not just saying that. Like, the MW2 beta was a fucking drag. It was all just running on that one big-ass map that got taken out. And then the MW3 beta was sick, but it was laggy. Like, and it's MW3 and sweaty, but I enjoyed this one a lot more than ones in the past. So to summarize it, you know, a big old generic yes or no, should I buy this game? Fuck no. Wait for it to come out on Game Pass, because it's going to be there day one. Don't spend money on this game. Don't spend anything. Like, just get it for free. Just fucking get it for free. Because if it's going to piss you off, let it piss you off for free, or $20 a month. Alright, peace out. Keep it real.
Oh, Boomhauer. Boomhauer, how could you do that to me, baby? I thought we was brothers in propane. Oh!
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Damn, you can't shoot my teammate, he was right there. Look out for something.
I do. What?
Next call. Enemy watchdog control inbound. Watch out. Enemy Hellstorm launch.
Oh, that's gonna be the. This is gonna be a killer fucking spawn. Search and destroy. You throw it through this window. Dumbass. What the fuck was he doing?
I'm rolling now.
Now I be the dumbass.
Enemy watchdog Hilo overhead.
This thing fucking die. Get Private Ryan.
Enemy watchdog Hilo.
I did it. I'm the man, Devin. Oh, I'm not the man. Oh, there's vents? I'm venting? Sus? Very sus?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello!